everybody, it's Allie, and welcome to my Y&R chat vlog for Sunday, July 24th. Nikki and Victor are getting remarried again! Yay! I'm of course very happy about that. And I love Maggie, but did she have to plop herself down on the couch right in the middle of the proposal? I mean, come on, I could have done without that. I'm of course thrilled that they're getting remarried. I'm a Nikki and Victor fan, but I was also very proud of Nikki for taking her time and thinking about it. You know, I mean, there's a lot of history there that needs to be considered. And even Catherine, who I think is probably the #1 Nikki and Victor fan ever, advised Nikki to be cautious about it, and wisely so. And then Nick and Victoria also, you know, they were not entirely sold right away. I thought it was kind of weird how Victor made this huge deal of wanting to announce to the kids at this dinner that he and Nikki were getting remarried, and he literally sat down and told them like they were 5 years old. It went something like this: "What do you think about Mommy and Daddy getting remarried again? Would you like that? Would you like that, Nicholas and Victoria?" It was so condescending. It was just weird. It's like, I mean, these kids are 30. They've been through their own marriages and divorces and children and remarriages. And I mean, come on. I mean, it was strange that Victor still treats them like they're 5 years old. We all know that's true. That being said, how could Nikki say no? How could she possibly say no? I feel like Victor and Nikki, if they could learn to communicate with each other, belong together. I mean, really, they belong together. What did you guys think about the real proposal? The one without Maggie hovering in the background. Victor rode in on his white horse. And he said to Nikki, "I have wealth, I have children, I have grandchildren, but without you, I have nothing." And it was wonderful. I was so happy. And then Nikki said, "Yes, a million yeses, I love you so." It was so classic soap. It just had that classic soap feeling, and it may very well be the last time that Victor and Nikki ever remarries again, you know? So, third time's a charm. Oh, Jack, didn't you learn your lesson about using your young nieces to get back at Victor? Colleen died because she got into the middle of Victor and Jack's long-time feud. And I'm not saying that Colleen died because of Jack, but it is a slippery slope. And he was all too quick to get Abby involved in that. But for the time being, of course, Abby turned down Jack's plan for a long-term coup at Newman. Maybe she's smarter than we thought. Who knows? Abby had a moment in the stables this week where she tried to explain to Daniel and to us that her Naked Heiress show is about more than just making a splash. She wants to touch people's hearts, was, I believe, the term that she used. Now, was anyone out there buying this? Because I don't believe for 1 second that Abby's intentions are altruistic here. She's not doing any of these stunts to touch people's hearts and lives. She's doing it for attention. She's 21, she's beautiful, she's rich. Let's not kid ourselves here. If she were being sincere, I feel like that would shine through, and it's just not. And I feel like if she were being sincere, Ashley and Victor would be reasonable enough to help her out to fund her charitable activities, but that's not the case. That's not what's happening. And now I feel like Daniel is getting dragged into her schemes, and I don't like it. But that being said, I've decided I would like to see the Daniel and Abby sex tape. I went to viewclick.com this morning, but I couldn't find it. It was taken down. So this week, Daniel and Abby had hay sex. Good old-fashioned hay sex. Probably on the same hay where Nick and Phyllis conceived Summer. Oh, the countless people have had hay sex in that barn. And then it was after Daniel gave Abby the old 1-2 that she realized what her next scheme was going to be. The naked heiress rides again. Try to keep me out of the papers now, Daddy. I thought that was wonderful. But what a way to ruin a perfectly lovely engagement dinner. Riding in nude on a horse. I have to hand it to the girl for being daring and for keeping things interesting and for originality. But I would never get naked in front of my father. I don't care how much I wanted something or how much money was at stake. I would never do that in public, no less. Would you? Would you ever, under any circumstances, strip nude in front of your father? Oh no. No. And so much for Daniel being an anchor for her. I'm very disappointed in him for standing right there the entire time, encouraging her and holding the camera. What is he thinking? Okay, that's the end of part 1 of my vlog for today, but I'm gonna post another video to follow to talk about everything else in Genoa City, and it's gonna be a good one, so stick with me. I will be right